Hello champions and future champions, hello Chessmood family. Hovhannes Gabuzyan is here with you and we're beginning with our daily lesson. Today we're going to cover the Vukovic Mate. It's named after International Master Vladimir Vukovic, who showed this checkmate pattern in his book The Art of Attacking Chess. It's happening with Rook f7 in this position. So knight, pawn and the rook are mating opponent's king. That's what we're going to do today. Let's now go ahead and get started with our first example. In this position it's white to move, we're missing a piece and several pawns, but white has a great continuation in this position, so you can pause the video guys and try to find it. If now you are trying to play e6, in order to checkmate, black is just gonna be taking it. And queen b4 check doesn't make sense, since there is just bishop d6 move, and everything is covered. For this reason, we're not playing with e6. Instead, we're beginning with a very beautiful move, which is queen b4 check, just distracting this rook. Now after c5, we're just going to take and mate on the next move. So after queen b4, black has to take. Now we're going e6. Our threat is very simple, rook f7 checkmate, which is actually unstoppable. If rook h7, we'll just take it with the rook, or if black is going c5, we're just taking the queen, and same rook f7 mate is gonna be here. So after e6, black has to give up, since the mate is unavoidable. With beautiful queen b4 check, we're distracting the defender and making this nice move. I hope you are familiar with this distraction topic from Destroy, Distract and Exchange Attacking article, guys. Let's now go ahead to see the next one. This one is my favorite example in this topic, even though it's very simple, but it's very beautiful at the same time. Up to me. You can negotiate with my opinion, but still you need to pause the video and try to find the best continuation. This bishop on g5 is again the best defender, so we need to get rid of it, playing queen takes g5, pawn takes and knight f6 check. Now if king h8, rook h7 is mating. And after knight f6 check, if black goes king f8, just e6 is enough to finish this game off. Our threat is rook f7 checkmate. Rook c7 doesn't make sense, we're just taking. Other threats are not available for black, so just has to admit it and stop the clock. White is winning. Let's go ahead to see the next one. In this position, it's white to move, guys. Gonna be little beautiful, so you can pause the video and try to find it. We are willing to have this knight f6 check option. Since there is a pawn on e7, we need to get rid of it, playing rook d6. If black ignores it, they are staying without a piece. So black has to take, but now knight f6 check is leading to a beautiful checkmate again. King h8, bishop g7 check. King g7, rook h7. King f8 and rook f7. Please note all the time this beautiful cooperation of rook, pawn and the knight. I truly enjoy this topic. Let's go ahead to see the next one. I have already told you that my favorite example was previously, but this one also can be competing with it, since I find it very beautiful as well. So, now it's white to move, and we need to find the best continuation. Since our bishop on g3 is an obstacle for the queen, we're just getting rid of it, playing bishop d6 check. Black has to take, and now the punchline is coming. We're just basically getting rid of pawn on f7 with a nice maneuver. Queen g7 check, king g7 and f8 queen. It's a double check. Black king has no squares to escape, so black just has to take on f8. And now rook f7 mate is coming. One more time from the beginning position with bishop d6 move, white is getting rid of the bishop and of the pawn on f7, getting the same setup and eventually mating with rook f7 move at the end. Let's now go ahead to see the next one, guys. Here we're having a position where it's white to move with the king in a dangerous spot, and a pretty much easy example, but still nice to train your tactical abilities. So one more time, guys, please pause the video and find it. If here we try to take knight f6, take and knight f6, black is gonna be able to play king f8, later on trying to go some king g7. There is much easier option for white instead of knight f6, which is leading to a very quick checkmate. It's happening with queen c8 check, knight takes, knight gf6, pawn takes and knight f6. The thing is now there is no knight on e7, and if king is going to f8, we're mating with rook f7. Or if king is deciding to go to d8, we're going rook to d7. Another time checkmating opponent's king. Let's go ahead to see our last example, guys. In this position, white is having very strong rooks on the 7th rank and strong pieces as well. Also missing several pawns, which can be very dangerous. C2 spot is under attack as well. Now, we're having several obstacles for our c6 square, so we are not having this check. Very simply, white is just getting rid of them. You can pause the video, guys, and try to find it. Now, we're getting rid of the knight. Bishop takes d4, pawn takes. Again, knight c6 is not available since there is a bishop. Very simply, we're getting rid of the bishop as well. Takes. And after black is taking, now knight c6 check is leading to our favorite checkmate. If king a8, rook a7 is mating. Or if king c8, rook c7 is mating again. So this was the last example for this nice mating pattern, guys. Let's now go ahead to the next position, which will be your homework for this topic. Here it's white to move, and this is your test. You can be sharing your thoughts and ideas in the comments section below. GM Gabuzyan was here with you. Thank you for your subscriptions, likes, and sharing this video with your friends. We appreciate it a lot. See you next time during our next daily lessons.